Alright everybody, I wanted to make this really quick. I didn't want to spend any more time on this than I had to, but I just wanted to bring this up because it's something I noticed recently, and that's kind of the decline, and if not the death of kind of an era of YouTube content creators. And the one I'm specifically referring to is CNNers. And I know some of you may be thinking that maybe he's not completely done, and to that I would say, well, to me, he was done in 2012, back when he started changing his videos from Call of Duty commentaries and other game commentaries to a formula that got him more views, being, well, for one thing, Minecraft, and another thing, games like The Hidden and Trouble in Terrorist Town, and Gmod stuff, just in general, back in 2012. But it's something that concerns me because the reason why I'm deciding to discuss this at all is because back then, I was about 11 or 12 years old when I first started watching CNanners and his Call of Duty commentaries, both on his channel and on Machinima, or Respawn. And to me, it's like, going back and like listening through all this stuff, it reminds me why I enjoyed his content in the first place. Maybe he really liked making this kind of content, but what happened was, because he ended up needing, maybe the more resources from those videos that garnered more views, it's very possible that he just couldn't make those, and he had to rely on the ones that actually got the views. And like it's disappointing to me to see that this is how it is right now. I really wish it wasn't, but going back and looking through this and just kind of reminiscing on like how I felt and how his kind of views on life, his thought process on like the very important things that like life has to offer. It's something that 11, 12-year-old me like really clinged on to. And it's a shame to see, like, well, back then, like, it was a shame to see him stop making stuff like that and like switch over to just kind of cuts of, funny moments in Trouble in Terrorist Town, or whatever. Because to me, it's like he went from, you know, kind of appealing to a more thoughtful demographic to something that's like just pure dopamine just being spewed out left and right. um, in any case, like, it's just something that I wish didn't have to happen, because if that were the case, I would still be subscribed to this day, and I'm sure to some extent he would enjoy his time on YouTube a little bit more. But I'm not Adam. I don't know him. I don't know his circumstances, nor do I know the reason why he had to change exactly. But if I were to guess, going back to see like why he decided to stop. If I go back to the most recent video being 4 months ago in May, actually the day right before my birthday. But you read through the comments and you see like, oh, probably busy, or he decided to take a break, or he's been talking about quitting for quite some time and he's just not coming to it, or whatever it is. Like, it's it leaves me speechless, really, kind of thinking about how he came from, talking about his experience with deadmau5 and, life advice from Steve Wynn, which is arguably one of my favorite videos that he put out, because at the time, like, it just, sparked something in me, that I really kind of took to heart. But something that I haven't been exposed to at the time, like, thinking about life and girls like that, like, at 12 years old. Why would I have to overextend myself and say, who cares if she says I don't like you or whatever. Like that's something that, you know, is a good piece of life advice that I wouldn't have heard otherwise, like without his videos. And it's a shame to me because it's like I wish more kids around that age would be exposed to this kind of stuff, because for me it gave me the sense of thoughtfulness that I probably wouldn't have otherwise. And I know that's kind of a lot to say, and maybe it's just, you know, something I'm kind of superimposing myself onto, but I mean, when you see that, you know, Steve Won Life Advice, Tomorrow is Not Promised, uh, this whole playlist of stuff that's like titled Deep Thoughts, how many views does it have? It has 90,000 views. And that's just for through this playlist alone. Each one of these videos has over 300,000 views probably. This one has like nearly 2 million. And you know, a lot of these have a lot of views. Like a lot of people watch this. I want to know the demographic, and I'm sure if I installed Social Blade, I would get that. But in any case, it's just something that I wish more people were exposed to, and it's something that I kind of want to take into my own hands and, you know, kind of continue it, and, you know, if I can, you know, make it so that way I don't have to rely on my own, uh, I guess have it become my only source of income, because it's not something that I would really want to, you know, it's not something that I would want to do long term for revenue. But if that's just something that I can get on the side, then maybe. But in any case, this isn't about me. This is about Nanners. Um, Again, like it sucks to see and kind of miss like current little quirky intros like that. Like it's just something that I wish was still here, and you know, it sucks to see that it's kind of gone. And even if I look up like moments with respawn, it's like real moments with respawn, but like these kind of videos, I'm sure a lot of people um, who know of them really really know them. Um, so anyway, it's just something I wanted to bring up. It's something that, you know, I find a little sad, but it's it's something that I definitely did want to address for anybody who kind of felt the same way. I don't know who you would be, or, you know, what your ideas would be, but if you want to, you know, start a conversation, let me know. I'll put a link in the description for my Discord if you want to join. We can talk about that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's it for me.